Working at the label with LA, and I had the pleasure of working here with him, with Jay and without Jay. Was a great experience throughout the whole time. LA has a kind of a passion, man, that just can't be bought. You know what I mean? And the passion that, I don't know, I haven't been able to have the pleasure to work with every top exec, you know, from Jimmy Iovine to everybody else in the music business, but I've worked with the Kevins and the Liors, and LA is, you know, it's the same thing. It's like they're driven by music, you know. LA as well, just like Jay, which I thought they made an amazing, let's say, unit. They both were artists, you know. LA coming from being in the group and, you know, and coming up with Babyface and writing and producing some of our biggest, you know, records and, you know, of our generation, and the Bobby Brown and just all the stuff that he's done. And then Jay as well, being an artist that he is, and writing for people and himself and making all these hits. I felt like CEOs and leaders of companies like that, they understand so much, you know what I mean? Because they've done probably most of, they've been through most of what these artists have, and they understand the staff, and they understand the artists, and they understand the business. And it was just dope working with him, man. He was totally driven by the music, and we'd have A&R meetings, and then those A&R meetings, we'd have some of the best A&Rs in here, and we battle with records, and you working on Fabolous, or you working on Jeezy, you working on Ross, and everybody play their records, and, you know, it was like a dope, friendly competition, and it inspired you to be like really dope and good, and not only help each other out, but try to top each other, but, you know, in a good competitive way, like a positive competition. And that's all I felt from him, man. You knew that you go and play him some records, and, you know, you was gonna get like, was gonna get praised, or you was gonna get thrown out of the office, either or. But regardless, it motivated you to do better and bring the best, you know, to create the best music that you can. Watch the Throne. I think you could expect music to change. I think you could expect music to be revolutionized. It's not the typical, it's not the norm, it's not the radio friendly, you know, melodic hook singing. I mean, like with singing wise, and, you know, in typical choruses, the two artists you have on there, which everybody knows, I mean, two side artists rather, is, you know, is Frank Ocean and Beyonce, and both of those, all three of those records, Frank is on too, are incredible, and still not the norm. They're not the normal kind of hooks with the normal kind of tracks. They're completely different, unique, and insane, if you ask me. Dream is also on one of the Frank Ocean songs, like on the bridge. So it's like sick stuff like that. How do you have Jay rapping, and then Frank Ocean on the hook, and then Dream on the bridge, and then Kanye ending off the song? Like, come on, it's like sick stuff. So you can expect, like I said, man, I think a change in music, and somewhat of a little bit of a revolutionary change, where it's hard and it's different, and it's not the typical norm. And it takes guys like that to dictate that, you know? Those are those kind of things where they always mention, or they're spoken about, and, you know, and you just kind of always have to wait till the timing is right, and to where, you know, they're in the right place and the right time. And I think that the timing, you know, obviously was perfect for them. But it was a while back. I can't really set the date on when exactly they said it, but again, it's always been mentioned, you know what I mean? Same with most duo albums are. It's like, oh, we should, or it'd be dope if we, and then, you know, it's really all about the timing. So I'm working on a Neo album right now that's coming out pretty incredible, man. And he's showing somewhat of a different side of him, and, you know, and he's always been this guy that was, you know, and he still is, clean cut, dope songs, dope melodies, dope harmonies, love songs, you know, baby making music, and he's gonna do it again, and he's just gonna show, you know, just a slightly different side of him, or what's been going on in his life the last, you know, 2 years. And also working on a Fabolous album that as well is coming out incredible, and we're in a zone that I think we've been in once before maybe, but it's a zone, like I call it the Blueprint Zone. And the Blueprint Zone is like, it's that J zone. It's that, I don't know if everybody remembers when we did the Blueprint album. Like when he started off with like 7 to 8 records, like in a few days, and it's just obviously still to this day one of the best albums of his life. And I just call it that. Like I just decided to name it. That's the Blueprint Zone. It's when, and I think like Fab is in that Blueprint Zone right now. It's like that Black Album, that Chronic, that zone where we're starting off. Like we've been looking for tracks lately, and we've gotten some things together, and we're starting off with like 5 singles. Like seriously, like Trey just did some vocals for us last night for one of the singles, and we got some other things on there with some other features, and then Khaled is helping out, and it's just sick. But it's that Blueprint Zone starting off like on 10. Like there's no way we're gonna do anything less than phenomenal with the stuff that we have. From Jeezy's project?
Yeah.
Oh, we can expect some great things. He has, I can't even, I don't know if I can't say it because then I would spoil it if he hasn't said, but he has some amazing songs on there with some amazing features, you know, features that people don't normally get on the regular. So it's good, man. You know, he took his time. He's been doing his thing. He's been doing shows and touring and just, you know, building that base up. And, you know, sometimes for rappers, it's always just starting over again for the first time, every time, you know? And I think that's, you know, that's what he basically was doing. But we can expect some really, really, Jeezy's Jeezy. He's never gonna change, man. Corporate thugs, that's some guys, man. Some incredible guys, seriously.